Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be playing with another fun deck, Great Tusk Mill. I don't know why there's Japanese cards in here, but don't worry, the images down below will be fine. We have Great Tusk with its attack being able to mill one card from your opponent's top deck or four if you played an Ancient Supporter from your hand this turn. So Explorer's Guidance or Professor Sada's Vitality will be the choices to make sure that, they're the only options really, to make sure that we can mill a lot of cards from our opponent's decks. Now, it sounds easier than it actually is. A smart opponent will not overplay their cards, and therefore it's going to take a little bit to actually get going. It does help that you have 140 HP, and of course the Hero Escape means you have up to 240, and the Bravery Charms and the Ancient Booster Energy Capsules also boost your HP. Now, why not 4 Ancient Booster Energy Capsule? Because we do play Mimikyu and Mawile and Pidgeot and Greninja. Sometimes boosting their HP can be important. Mawile can trap something on your opponent's bench if they start with a bad Pokemon. Mimikyu can sometimes wall an opponent and force them to play other things, and therefore get them closer to deck out, so you can alternate between Mimikyu and Great Tusk to really deal a heavy blow to your opponent and put them in a situation where either they deal with the Mimikyu or they deal with the Great Tusk, but it's really difficult to deal with both. Now, the early game of this deck is super frail and super questionable. Sometimes I wish I had a few extra actual supporters. The energy spread, the jet energies help with switching. We have double turbos as well to attack with Great Tusk, ideally on the first turn, and start milling right away. And you can also potentially use the attack to deal with something like an Iron Hands that's being annoying, that has the heavy baton, but your opponent didn't go out of their way to bench another Iron Hands, or couldn't because they were limiting their cards, and then you can get the prize on Iron Hands and then continue with the milling process, or sometimes run the game over by powering up and attacking with the Great Tusk. And we also have the Psychic Energy to be able to attack with Mimikyu. Sometimes aggro Mimikyu can win you some games. But let's jump to the ladder, see what we can do with this deck. And as always, I hope you like the thumbnail. Really putting in a lot of effort, or the people that I hired are putting in a lot of effort. I give them the ideas, they bring them to life. Unfortunately, it hasn't translated too well into a ton of views, but hopefully this makes me stand out from other content creators and you're enjoying the content, the games, the thumbnails, everything about the videos. Thank you so much, and let's jump to some games. If you want to support the channel, you can use code tablemon to get 5% off at Potent Store for your online codes, 10% off for your sealed product at Flipside Gaming, and 10% off on your aluminum accessories at TC Evolutions. Or if you're looking to buy singles or sleeves, you can fill up your cart and close the tab, then click on the affiliate link in the description and check out. That way you can support the channel over at TCG Player, Card Market, and Dragon Shield. ¿Eres de México y necesitas cartas de Pokémon? Busca Hyperbeam Cards en Facebook e Instagram. Y si estás en Tijuana, búscalos en el local C27 en el Centro Comercial Otay. Alright, so I feel like we choose to go second, right? In an ideal world, we even start Comfey and we fake that we're a Lost Box deck with this sort of deck. Now, we will mulligan, and seeing Bravery Charm, Ancient Booster, Energy Capsule, and the Double Turbo could clue in my opponent as to what they might be up against. Oof, rough everything here. Rough draw, that's for sure. But we will manage, I guess. All right. So let's see what we end up going up against. All right, future hands. I can imagine this deck is gonna be very difficult. They have a lot of ways to switch around. I'm just gonna turn off my fan. They have a lot of ways to switch around. They do go through a lot of cards very quickly, which could be helpful. With the Hero Escape, we could actually get a few free-ish turns. However, they do have the possibility to bypass Mimikyu, and they can 1-hit KO our poor Great Tusk. Alright, pretty good draw, however. Allows us to get the Great Tusk going. could be worth just going Greninja instead. My chances of attacking here are very low, right? Very, very low. It depends on either Jet Energy or the rescue board. So I'm gonna go in with the Greninja for now. Gonna go ahead and discard the Pidgeot, grab myself 2 energies, and then we will go ahead and conceal cards away. One of them, probably should have used the other Earthen Vessel first. Yep. Yes, that's definitely what I should have done to further thin the deck, right? And now I've run into a situation where I have the supporters, but I don't have our friends. Jeez. Oh my. Alright. I guess I'll keep the Sadas. Just not finding those cute little great Tusks, unfortunately. I guess I'll keep the Explorer's Guidance. Now, definitely in a lot of potential trouble for this upcoming turn. All 4 are available. Sort of want to attach to the active, and part of me wants to retreat. Definitely attaching the Heroescape though. But no, I'm gonna attach to the Great Tusk here. Not the best. Not the best start. Definitely big misplay on my part by not going for the back-to-back Earthen Vessels. I just like it completely blurred that, so it is what it is. And now the problem here is my opponent has both Pokemon set up. They have over 40 cards left in their deck, and they will be able to attach a tool card to the Iron Crown, in order to be able to freely retreat at will. So, I don't see how, like, unless my Great Tusks are able to withstand 2 attacks, but even then, because Ampy very much gets 2 prizes, so I don't see it. And they have the Lost Vacuum as well. So, honestly, KOing the Iron Hands might actually be my game plan pretty much. KOing Iron Hands might actually be my best course of action. Alright, they do have Psychic Energies for the Iron Crown. Maybe retraining them right is not possible. They didn't get the KO, which is good. And top decking that Nest Ball is also very good. Alright, we do have 2 energies to be readily attached, so let's go ahead and this. I'm not using Greninja first because I don't know if I'll have an energy, and therefore I won't be able to retreat. Or I wouldn't be able to retreat the Mimikyu under standard conditions. I know they have the Lost Vacuum. That's pretty much all I know. I'm gonna lose the Heroescape no matter what. I mean, might as well mill, I guess, but not super happy about the situation. But like I said, there is a universe where I can Giant Tusk, KO the Iron Hands if they don't establish a backup one. So we'll see. Ooh, the double Iron Crown actually could be useful, because now if I find other tool cards to increase my HP, it gives me extra turns to potentially get rid of extra cards. We'll see. Yeah, we shall see. Missing the energy attachment there, definitely a little hurtful. As long as I can keep using Professor Sadas though, I might be able to KO that Iron Hands, which is nice. Alright, so Technorator gone, my tool is gone, understandably so. And oh wow, they just attack. They don't have a way to retreat. That's actually fantastic. I'm assuming they're gonna power up now. No. What? That is okay. I mean, I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. I only have 1 energy in the discard pile. So I think I go Explorer's Guidance this time around. Alright, definitely want the energy. Skateboard could be useful. I also kind of like the Nest Ball. I don't think the Super Rods are going to be very useful overall. Counter Catcher is possibly interesting to bring up the Miraidon once again. Part of me wants to keep the Super Rod, but I'm not entirely sure that's correct, honestly. Alright, I'm just going to draw a few extra cards here with Greninja. Gonna miss the energy attachment possibly. No, I do not. In fact, I do not, which is great news. Alright, goodbye Pokégear, and I have one energy left, one basic energy left. A bunch of special ones, which I would love to be able to draw, but I can split them here. In case of Iono, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put back 2 Sadas to sort of protect myself. In case I get Iono'd, it is to 6, so my odds are pretty great, I would say. And then we're gonna go Land Collapse, 4 cards. That was Energies, the Prime Catcher, which is nice. The Energies are pretty big because my opponent's just not attaching any. We see the Arbin, so the Arbin will allow them to get the tool, which is unfortunate, and they will amp you very much, but we have done a decent amount of damage, and this is where them having the Iron Crown powered up is actually very annoying. However, this might be the turn where I just knock out the Iron Hands. And if I can do that, I might have some sort of chance. I could also just promote the Mimikyu here and force them to do something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. On average, that deck plays 13 energy. So that does open up another win condition as well. Yeah, saving the Super Rod to potentially put back the Pidgeot V was actually a very good decision, so I'm pretty proud of that one. Alright. I kind of want to do this. Because they're down 1 counter. They're down Boss and Prime Catcher. You know what? I'm going to do this. I feel like this is the way to go here. I think this is the way to go. They can't retreat, and then sure, they could potentially knock out the Mimikyu, but then I just go Prime Catcher and call it a day. So I think we're good based on current knowledge. All right, they have another boss. Unfortunate. So they have 2 bosses orders. Do they have a third? That's the question. Yeah, maybe going KO was the right way to go. Not sure. Not sure if I go KO, I can close out the game though. They could have Super Rod to put back the Iron Bundle too. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe that was a little too passive. There was no guarantee I would get the double turbo though, or a tool. Decent odds, I guess. Decent odds, but no guarantee. Pokégear into Iono. That's fine. Another Pokégear. I mean, do they have a third boss? That would be incredible if they do. So maybe playing the Guidance is worth it to try and find tool cards to be out of range of Amp you very much. Well, they did bench another Iron Hands. And they attached to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, but they have the other tool and they do Iono. So no easy counter catcher shenanigans on my part. There's a double turbo, but now the knockout strategy doesn't make much sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. Oh, they just retreated. What are they doing? What have they done? That is insane. Well, I mean, they must have some way, right, to bypass this, but that is crazy. That is actually crazy. All right. Feeling a little more confident now. So I top decked the supporter, which is nice. I feel like I'm gonna just end up using this great Tusk to close out the game. 90 HP. Sure. will protect. And then we will counter catcher. And hopefully this is enough, right? Hopefully this is enough to outright win. All right, so I have enough of everything to just land collapse pretty consistently at this point. All right, that was research. Counter catcher doesn't matter. They attach to the active. How many energies do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12. Do they actually have one more? That would be insane if they do. Or 2 more, rather. All right. I mean, sure, let's go Sada. If they do, then I could potentially just discard them, right? Okay, so we're gonna land collapse. Oh my gosh. Yeah, them benching that other Iron Hands made no sense whatsoever. But, I mean, I guess they were in this lose-lose situation, right? Oh my gosh, they have another one. What is going on? And I just discarded one too. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 energies. And they're playing as if they have one more. Oh my gosh. They're playing as if they have one more. All right, if they have one more, I lose the game. And there's nothing I can do about that. If I had one lost vacuum, I could potentially trap something else. I think if they have it, right? Like, what can I do about it? I don't think there's anything I can do. All right, and I went in 3-ish turns. All right, let's just do that. And then let's go land collapse and hope. If they have it, they have it. No energies discarded there. 5 cards left in their deck. They just pass. All right. They just pass. So let's just do this. Doesn't really matter. Sure. Let's keep the jet just in case. Supporter played. All right. They don't have energy in their hand. Otherwise, they would have already won. So what's the last card in their deck? Is it an energy? Even if it's a Super Rod. If it was a Super Rod, that would be a problem. Yes, let's go. Let's go. All right. Mimikyu MVP. All right. So here we go with our next battle. Let's see if we can figure out our win condition. I feel like I had double win conditions there by prompting my opponent to have to deal with the Mimikyu. That allowed me to create that other win condition of just taking them out as long as they didn't have enough energy, which they did not. They did reattach one energy. They did attach one energy to the other Iron Hands. That was a mistake, I think, because that one had free retreat thanks to the tool card, right? So one lost vacuum though would have made a pretty big difference right here. So we see our opponent's turn for each backs. They see our Great Tusk, so no surprises for them. However, my hand is really, really bad, and I won't be able to do anything other than search for another Great Tusk. Best case scenario, they play down a Pokestop, and we're able to utilize that to discard an energy so that we can Professor Sadas and potentially start discarding things. So that's gonna be sort of the plan or the hope. Just see an attachment, a retreat into the Shivery Chill. Taking a knockout on Great Tusk does take up a lot of resources from them, but we'll see. It also sucks that the Artazon is actually going to help my opponent as well. Yep. All right. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. So just gonna establish another Great Tusk here. Unfortunately, one Explorer's Guidance is priced. All 4 Pokégears are available, which could also be helpful if or when my opponent plays a Pokestop. Best case scenario, my opponent just doesn't KO me. They need 4 energies plus rare candy plus packs. The Artazon, I mean, it encourages them to get extra cards out, but they just have the raw Irida. They have 4 energy, so they're just gonna go rare candy packs, get 4 energy, get 2 more energy with Shivery Chill and knockout. That would be the correct way, or the correct approach to do this. Maybe, oh. Well, they went for Kyogre. They already have the backs. This seems like a fully blinked out deck. Like fully. I guess without the gold energies, but... Alrighty, so... Alright, there's a Pokestop. That's potentially good news. It could also potentially make me lose because I can't get another Pokemon out, so... We'll see. We shall see. There's the 4 energies. Now, they are leaving themselves a little susceptible or frail because they don't have people to just find more resources, so there is that, right? What did Heavy Ball find them? Heavy Ball did nothing. Alright. So they get the KO, they have Pokestop, right? Which could get them resources, or it could advance my win condition. So both because of what they discard and also because of what I could potentially end up discarding myself. Alright, just discard 1 basic energy. No! Dang it. That was not the plan. Pokestop. Alright, let's do this. Let's make it as difficult as possible for my opponent to get a KO. But, oh, that was a harsh Pokestop. I top-decked the energy too. But if any of the other cards had been the other way around. Alright. Guessing this complicated things a little bit. Yes, alright. Ooh, Prime Catcher. That sucks. Can they use it? I don't think they can. Can you use Prime Catcher if your opponent has no bench? Well, they have the superior anyway, so I guess we'll find out. Either they win or they do 130. Either way, I'm pretty sure I've lost this game just because of the start. Not much you can do about it, right? Not every game is going to be like the last one. The wrong combination of energies, Pokemon, everything. Like, this is one deck that would really benefit from Battle VIP Pass, but of course, it's not possible. Okay, I mean, that's not a knockout. Okay, that's 130 damage. But we somehow survive. We still have a small chance. No energy discarded. Yeah, no energy discarded. Best I can do is discard 1 card. On to the next one. All right, so we won the coin flip. We do get to go second. All right. No basics. Would have been a decent hand with any basic, being able to Nest Ball for Greninja, Artazon for something else. It is what it is. No problem at all. I feel like my opponent might be AFK because they've been just taking so long, even just like flipping the coin. So we'll see. We might just win this one quickly. All right, I'm gonna start the Mimikyu. That immediately like will send my opponent into a frenzy. Hopefully, we do choose to draw the 2 mulligans and bench an extra Pokemon, which is immediately Minior, which is a funny thing because Minior's not gonna be too use. I mean, it does 60 to Great Tusk, I guess. But yeah, them seeing Mimikyu and presumably not paying attention to the mulligans, they're playing a lot of things, which makes me happy. A lot of things I can trap, I can mess with, so no problem here. All right, another Earthen Vessel. I prized the freaking Greninja again. That's really unfortunate. Okay, so I think I'm gonna Earthen Vessel away this friend, grabbing 2, and now I'm not gonna make the mistake that I did last time around. Just gonna do this. All right, I think I'm probably not discarding anything this turn. So in order to make the best use of Professor Sada, I'm gonna try, and hit the Explorer Guidance and use that instead. All right. And then next turn I will start milling. Okay, Force Seal Stone is interesting. Forest Seal Stone allows me... Oh, okay, there we go. Forest Seal Stone would have allowed me to start milling this turn. So my opponent conceded because they realized that I was not Snorlax. So all good. On to the next one. All right, so we are going second. I think maybe I'm wrong. We don't have much going for our hand, so we might need to buy a little bit of time. All right, we are going second, even though my opponent won the coin flip and it's a Charizard deck. They chose to go first, and apparently that's all they're choosing, so Bravery Charms do put me out of range. Kind of want to like feign as much as possible, so I'm gonna do this. Not happy about getting rid of the one counter catcher, but it's fine, right? And then 2 and then finally I'm gonna get the Psychic and attach it, because that actually threatens my opponent's Charmander with a loss next turn. We are not threatened by a Charmeleon, which is why I didn't attach the Bravery Charm. All right. Okay. Aggro Mimikyu. Let's play one more. Let's see if we can get one good game. All right. So decent-ish start if I can find some basic Pokemon. I did choose to go second, and we're up against Future Box again. So we'll see. My opponent sees a Greninja and only a Greninja, so Great Tusk probably not immediately in the back of their minds. Town Store. This is rough. Heavy Baton. Alright, so the opponent might be in the similar-ish situation as the previous turn. Alright, I do have a Great Tusk. I'm gonna start by thinning the deck, grabbing a Forest Seal Stone for my Pidgeot, so that way I can guarantee anything I could conceivably want in the near future. No Psychic for aggro Mimikyu strategies. Alright, then let's start drawing cards. I think I'm giving up on attacking this turn for now. Let's go Explorer's Guidance. Alright. Double Turbo is interesting. I'm okay with the energy going away. Kind of want to check my prices, but I think I'm just gonna go for the Nest Ball. I should have already checked my prices. I know I'm bad at that. Yep, I did price a Great Tusk. Alright, so we're gonna do these two friends. Now, what are the chances that my opponent is playing a thing themselves? I can start milling, right? I actually can start milling if I go Pidgeot for the thing, for the board. I think I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, start hitting 4 cards. I have the backup supporter. I have the double turbo. I like this. I like this situation. Let's do that. Let's make sure my opponent can't get 3 prize cards next turn, no matter what. I'll go ahead and retreat. And let's go Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, so that they go out of their way to try to put themselves in range, and then they're out of luck. Land Collapse, 4 cards. Energy is fantastic. Forest Seal Stone is interesting. That means they have something in there that will allow them to do stuff. All right, so they're gonna attack. They research themselves. Okay, I will take that. They're obviously looking to get the KO. That would require all 4 Iron Crowns in play, which feels like a very big stretch right here. If they have it, they have it, you know, but hopefully they don't have it. All right, Arm Press for 160. They have the MP very much, which is understandable. All right, we're gonna go Town Store into I'm gonna choose Bravery Charm in case, like, I think I'm bringing Mimikyu into the mix here. Well, you know what? I'm gonna draw cards and use Explorer's Guidance first. That's my last energy, so I'm gonna use Guidance first. All right, there's a Mimikyu. There's the backup supporter. Well, I don't have one anymore. That, yeah. I do need to attach energy. All right. A little harsh on that discard specifically, but it is what it is. Let's get another Great Tusk going for us. Let's also get another Mimic, or the Mimikyu rather. And now the energy. I think I'd rather use the energy now, because I'm probably gonna have to stall a little with Mimikyu, and I get the double turbo, which is fantastic. So let's go ahead and Bravery Charm this Mimikyu. And then let's mill another 4 cards. So, energy, what? Crisis Sponge, interesting. So, a lot of peculiar decisions, for sure. You see another Mawile get benched. Obviously to try to deal with the Mimikyu. So this is where we're gonna go in with the Mimikyu. Hopefully my opponent decides to retreat, and then we can trap the thing and go to town on it, but we'll see. We'll see if that actually works out that way. I could conceivably try to get the KO. No Sada still, jeez. No Professor Sada. And I have to keep the Pokégear, but that's 3 Super Arts now gone. That's unfortunate. Maybe I should... This is rough. I fancy the counter catcher, but can I really win the game with no Super Arts? Oh, this is gonna be very rough. Well, especially with no Sadas yet, and I'm down to 17 cards. I saw I priced 1, but not finding a single one. I mean, the Pokégear has to hit one, right? It doesn't, like, it's not guaranteed, but there's decent odds. All right. I think Prime Catcher. Oh, they have the Switch card. Dang it. Oh, they just have everything. Which, I mean, Switch card is fair, you know? Switch card is absolutely fair. In those decks, I don't see how I'm winning this anymore. All right. So they're going for the Iron Crowns now. So now it's my time to try and mill again. At least for a couple of turns. We'll see. Yeah, Pika. Oh, they don't bench the thing. Did not bench the Iron Crowns. All right. I might just have to engage in a price raise. Honestly, not sure. All right, nothing I can do about giving out the price card, right? I do find the Sada now. So I do get to do this. Draw 3 more. Yeah, I have so many counter catchers. I should have kept 1 Super Rod. Do I even have another Super Rod? I don't think I do. I don't remember if I played 3 or 4, but yeah. Alright, so these 2 Great Tusks have to win me the game. No more, no less. Alright, well that's the Pokemon they were playing with. So now knocking out the Iron Hands doesn't make much sense, because I can transfer the energy to the Raichu. Well, yeah, honestly, it probably still makes sense to knock out the Iron Hands. Alright, I have Hero Escape, which is nice. So, please hit. Okay. So we're gonna Sada. We'll see. I don't think I'm winning this one though. don't see myself winning this one. Okay, 60 HP extra puts me out of range of the Iron Hands. Thank you very much, but not of the Iron Crown. Double benching, which maybe I should have enticed. So let's go Land Collapse. I have a double turbo, so I can KO. That's another energy gone. How many? 5. And there's 11, 12, 13. They have to have 14 energy total, right? It's gotta be. They can't have more energies than that. All right. So they do get the KO here. And Prime Catcher onto Greninja wins them the game. Yep. Prime Catcher onto Greninja wins them the game. So do they ever have the Prime Catcher? Oh, wait. Now I can. Now, okay. Now I KO the... Oh, no, but they get to keep the energies because of the heavy baton. Dang it. Dang. Is there ever a universe where they only play one switch card? I don't think so, right? I really doubt it. Dang, that heavy baton on the right, she was so annoying. Alright. I mean, I'm down to one friend. So I'm pretty sure I've lost, but I mean, I'm still gonna try. I'm 3 turns away, right? From decking them out. Did discard an Iono. So there's 9 energies in their deck, 5 in play. What? They play 15 energies? Are you serious? How? Yep, and then arm press KO. Dude, how? How do you have so many? Why do you play so many energies? Alright. I mean, the game's not over yet, I guess. If I could recycle Mimikyu, that was my... Yeah, that was my mistake. We've only seen one switch card so far. So I'm guessing they have another one, but it is what it is. Damn. Airy right now would be huge. Yeah, and they have another cap. How do they have everything? What the heck? And they had Crisis Sponge and the Forest Seal Stone. Wow. Alright, I mean, props to my opponent for just having everything. And so many energies too. Alright, I mean, it's just, the standard has been 13, I feel. 14 is understandable. 15 though? Like, who hurt you? Right? Anyways, Great Tusk, it's a fun little deck. The early game is so frail and so awkward, right? That to me makes the deck probably falter. I don't think there's anything else you can do to improve the early game. I really don't. But I'm gonna keep working on the list and see if there's anything else I can do about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.